Hello all, Chief Prepper here. As promised, once I got the lights wired in, dark for a second, and working, I will show you. There's that one. There are 4 sockets, but I'm only going to have 1 light bulb in. As you can see, that one's coming on and going off. The diffusers are drying. I washed them off and put them back in. And the reason that one only has 1 light bulb in is because I am three position light switches stupid. When I say that, I mean, used to be you could turn either one of those light switches on, and like if this one was in the off position, then they would both come on, or if that one was in the off. That one was in the off position over there, and you turned it on over here, they would both come on. Or if this one behind me, the switch was off, and then you turned it on over there, they would both come on. So this one will stay on. It'll run my electricity bill up, but that's life. We go from having no lights to having lights again, which is kind of huge. So the other part of this video is going to be about an update to the list of movies to watch. I just got through writing my notes, so give me a second. I'm currently watching Into the Forest. It's about something that causes the electricity to go out. Originally, the 2 sisters are with their father. There's animosity between the 2 of them. One of them has a boyfriend show up. The other one gets raped. There's no guard because even though they survive, they think they're remote enough they don't have to worry. And here's the thing, if you survive, even if you're remote, you need to be concerned about strangers showing up, and they'll always will have been watching, okay? So, and then they had plants and stuff, and then in the end of the movie they go into the woods. One sister that got raped has her baby, blah 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 blah. So that's one movie. The Book of Eli, there's cannibalism in there, the value of water, societal hierarchy established by somebody who's in control of stuff. Good movie, post-apocalyptic, lots of violence. The Postman with Kevin Costner. That one has a good concept depiction of wolves and sheep. Whereas people who come in and just basically do what they want, and then you have the farmers who suffer the wrath of these soldiers, and then Kevin Costner winds up becoming the postman and fighting them in the end, and then changing everything. You have The Patriot with Mel Gibson, where they show American soldiers, the militia using guerrilla warfare, attacking supply lines. So Bear Independent is often quoted saying war is a game of resources. So in the game of war, always it's the bad guys' A team, their infantry, attacking the logistic lines of the enemy. So like in the army, I was considered logistics and maintenance. So be pogues like me facing off against guys that are paid to be door kickers and that kind of thing. So Native Americans taught the English guerrilla warfare because they were always tribal, so they were warring amongst tribes, which is why the white man conquered North America, because the tribes never united against them. Okay, so Falling Skies is an older TV series. It's about an alien invasion, but it does a better depiction of people being hungry, people being skinny, people being dirty. So The Revolution is a recent one that I had to look up. That's a really good one. It shows them, they've been fighting amongst each other. Like Texas stands on its own, then you got the East Coast and Georgia, and then you got other things, and they shoot up all the bullets and they go back to the bows and arrows and swords. So, and there's warring factions, like major warring factions in there, and then there's also government programs, and it's basically, I thought it was a good one. Jericho was a TV series about a nuclear attack here in the U.S., and in the end it comes to find out that nuclear signature was our own government. Our own government nuked us, right? So a TV show called Survivor, which is still airing. It's on its 41st, 42nd, I don't know, 40-something season. The older shows, long before COVID, if you want to look at something of what it's going to be like for you, if you go from where your primary purpose in life is to get up and go to work, and your primary purpose in life is to build shelter, drastic reduction in caloric intake, and just all around austere living. The one show then where they showed it in Africa, or any of the older shows where, even the new shows they do it, but it's 21 or 28 days now instead of 39. But basically, pay attention to how hard it is for them to make a fire, to boil water. They don't even have to boil water to drink. They have potable water now for them in a pot they go to, or I don't know, something. They scoop it out and they get it. But sleeping on the ground, or sleeping on a lean-to type thing made out of sticks, no shelter, all kinds of things like that. The drastic reduction in caloric intake. Every single show, most people lose between 10 and 15 pounds now. Before, it used to be between 30 and 60, as high as 80 to 100 pounds for some of the bigger guys. They haven't really had really large women. They've had some larger women. When I say large, I mean fat. But basically, they just don't pick people like that. And just, there's a lot of things you can look at. Look at the background information. Look at the how they're dressed. You know, if we have something that makes the electricity go out, and we don't have electricity, and you live somewhere where there's a lot of trees and there are ticks in there, and if you're not wearing a hat, one will drop on your head. You won't even know it's there, and it'll bite you, and then you can get sick, like really sick. And there's no drugs available in that kind of environment or society where you can easily just get a treatment. What else? You know, cold weather. I mean, Texas, where I live at, we have 3 months where it's chilly and a month of where it's really cold, sometimes 6 weeks. The rest of the time it's warm or scalding hot. So your gear needs to be for where you're going to live at, where you're at right now. Basically, if you don't have it with you when the shit hits the fan, when I say it, or you don't have a plan on how to get home if you're out away, then, you know, you got problems. Like me, I could probably walk 12 miles in a day, but I would be spent. And then the problem with that is being able to sleep after walking that, and then I'm spoiled. My air conditioning in my master bedroom is at 71 degrees, so it's nice and chilly, and I sleep really good most nights. But the you know, if you're by yourself, you really can't sleep unless you go somewhere and try and hide. And even then, you know, this is San Antonio. There are wild boars in town along the Riverwalk. There are coyotes. You know, an animal will come across you when you're sleeping. Boars eat people, so if they get them down. Pigs are omnivores. They'll eat anything that doesn't eat them. Coyotes are typically scared of humans because we hunt them. So watch the shows if you're interested in them. You know, let me know if you agree or don't agree. I can tell you that I watched them all and I enjoyed all of them. Back then it was just cool, you know, we're kicking the bad guy's ass, but now it's like, wow, look at that. So anyway, I wanted to make the video about the lights and this thing about the movies and TV shows. So once again, the TV shows are, if you get to the thing, Falling Skies, Revolution, Jericho, and then the TV series Survivor. The movies are The Patriot, The Postman, The Book of Eli, and Into the Forest. So if you haven't seen those, check them out. I'm sure the TV series are all old, so you can probably pick them up on one of the streaming services. Anyway, Chief Prepper out.